Well, good morning, Mini Path Spiritual Center, and welcome to the sanctuary. How's everybody this morning? It may be cold, but the sun's shining, so it's all good, right? All right, so I get to say this today, whereas I didn't last week, but on behalf of Rev Deb Moore, I'm Ryan Gill, and this is the Sanctuary Band. That's Jackson, who's that, Daphne, and Mary Grace. Jackie's out today, so we're all going to say hi, Jackie. All right, so we're going to get started this morning. We're going to sing a couple of songs back to back. We're going to get our energy up and get it ready for a great service today. So let's begin by releasing and letting go. There was a time in my life, thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. Stand up, everybody. Now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. The Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more them go. See you later, worries. All right, everybody, please be seated. All the kids can go with Miss Steph. Aren't we glad to have Miss Steph back today? If she smells like incense, there's a reason. If anybody's looking for a seat, there's some seats over here that are empty if you want to come over. All right. Well, welcome to Mini Path Spiritual Center, everyone. Mini Path Spiritual Center is an interfaith spiritual community. This is an intentional spiritual community that is here to do three things. One, to support you, to love you. Number one, the most important thing that we can do for each other is to love each other. The second thing we do is support each other on our own spiritual paths. Everybody has their own spiritual path, and it's all beautiful because it all leads to the same place, right? There are many paths up the mountain, right? And we're all going to support each other as we head up that mountain together. And the third thing that we can always do is to hopefully give you some tools on your path, on your spiritual path, right? So we have all kinds of things that we can do. We've got Sunday morning services. We've got spiritual-oriented classes. We've got fun events, things for individuals, things for families, things for the whole community. So this is a vibrant spiritual home, right? So welcome, everybody. We appreciate you being here today. As I said, this is a very vibrant community, and we've got a lot of announcements coming up. So everybody say hi to Kat.
Good morning. If Daisy and I seemed extra chaotic this morning, it's because I'm not jet lagged from India, but I'm jet lagged from Detroit.
That's good reason.
You can move that microphone. Yeah, however you need it.
To your mouth. There you go. Are we good? Okay. All right. Happy Class resumes this Tuesday, January 20th. Join Steph at 6 p.m. where fitness meets fun. This Tuesday's class will feature a cardio drumming rock out designed for everybody. The cost is $10 and sign-ups are in the front room. Feast for the Soul check-in Wednesdays, January 21st and 28th. Bring a poem, prayer, or meditation to share if you'd like. Open to anyone. Zoom link is in the email, on the Facebook, and the Instagram. Join us for a pranic energy healing clinic today with Deborah Champion. The clinic will be open from 4 to 6 here at Many Paths Spiritual Center. Open to everyone who's open to energy healing. Connection and Creation, Soul Realization, Saturday, January 31st from 10 to 2:30. A one-day retreat, meditation, visualizations, and chanting. Lunch provided, $50 investment. Let's Cleanse the Center, Sunday, February 1st at 1. Imbolc is the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. This year, the Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, and Pluto will all be in Aquarius. What a perfect time to air out the old and expand our energy out to the world. Join us in this ritual as we cleanse the building and the grounds. Feel free to grab lunch and come back, or bring it and store it in the fridge. To participate or for more information, contact Frank at appts@thespiritchrysalis.com. Our second Astro Chat on February 22nd here at Many Paths Spiritual Center. The conversation starts at 1 p.m. Feel free to grab lunch and come back, or bring it and store it in the fridge. See Valerie right there for more info. Thanks so much and have a lovely weekend and following week. All activity or meeting links and contact numbers can be found on the website, in the weekly happenings email, on the Google Calendar, or you can always email the church.
And as John is coming up, I wanted to make an announcement on behalf of the finance team. If you have not received your 2025 year-end contribution statement, please see Kat or Marcia or any of the people on our finance team, and they'll be happy to get that for you.
Good morning, Many Paths Spiritual Center.
Good morning.
I'm used to holding this thing here. Okay, let's all begin this portion of our service by taking a deep centering breath. Today's centering thought is, my mind is open to everything, but attached to nothing. Having a mind that is open to everything, but attached to nothing sounds easy until you realize how much conditioning has taken place in your life. Many choices and opportunities that you have had available have remained unexplored because of a hopefully well-intended conditioning program designed to make you fit into the culture of your caretakers. Whatever the reason our ancestors may have had for not opening their minds, it's quite possible they lived in a smaller world, less populated by influence of different cultures, different belief systems, and different ideologies. However, the world we live in now is much different, and we cannot live with those old styles of closed-mindedness. Having a mind that is open to everything and attached to nothing seems to be one of the most basic principles that we can adopt that will help contribute to our individual and world peace. Understanding that what you think about expands, if your thoughts are filled with worry, doubt, or anger, you will undoubtedly act on these closed-minded thoughts, and you will see the evidence of them in your thinking everywhere. On the other hand, if you make the choice to have an open mind about everything, you'll act upon the inner energy, and you'll be the creator as well as the recipient of insights and understandings that were never realized before. Let go of your attachments to what you've been trained to believe. Open your mind to all possibilities, because whether you believe something is possible or impossible, either way, you'll be right. If we live with an open mind and let that curiosity fuel our spiritual path, we can let go of our preconceptions and outdated beliefs so that spirit can work in our lives like we never imagined. The need to be right, to possess someone or something, to win at all costs, or to be viewed as a superior, these are all attachments. An open mind resists these attachments. And when we resist these attachments, we can leave space for the divine. And when we leave space for the divine, we have a clearer path for a life full of love, joy, and peace. And now repeat these affirming statements after me. My mind is open to everything and attached to nothing.
My mind is open to everything and attached to nothing.
I release my attachments to thoughts and things that no longer serve me.
I release my attachments to thoughts and things that no longer serve me.
When I leave space for the divine, I can clear a path for a life full of love, joy, and peace.
When I leave space for the divine, I clear a path for a life full of love, joy, and peace.
So it is.
So it is.
I like that one. All right, well, you ready to sing again? It's time for our congregational song for the month. This is a beautiful song that we've been singing. We've really become attached to this song, and we usually sing it for a month out of the year. It's called I Am One, We Are One, and it really talks about the things that we really teach here, in that we all have an individual self, and we work on ourselves and we become our best selves, but at the same time we operate in this world. And the better we are as human beings, the better off the world around us is going to be. So we are one. I am one. We are one. So let's stand up and sing it together. I'm just a spoke in the wheel, one grain of sand, but it feels so right to be right where I am. One little part of a much bigger plan, and the longer I'm here, the more I understand. I am one, we are one. Just one drop of rain falls from the sky that runs to a stream, then the ocean by and by. One little part of a much bigger plan, and the longer I'm here, the more I understand. I am one, we are one, like the rays of the sun. When it's all said and done, I am one, we are one. One more time. I am one, we are one, like the rays of the sun. When it's all said and done, I am one, we are one. Thank you so much, everyone. You sound beautiful. Please be seated.
That sounds so good. We do. Golly gee, how's everybody doing? You are all doing better than I am right now, I can guarantee you. So you're going to hear a lot about our recent India trip today, so be ready. It's kind of like you're at your neighbor's house with the little carousel, forced to sit and watch 100 pictures of the Grand Canyon, all right?
Yeah, let's bring it.
But hopefully we'll also be able to share with you some of the meaningfulness. It's kind of amazing how we come back and the centering statement is, my mind is open to everything but attached to nothing. And then we sing the song, I am one, we are one. And those two sentences right there pretty much sum up our India experience. Those of us who were there had a magical and amazing time together, getting to know each other better, and also just really diving deeply into a very sacred, mystical culture. We're all jet lagged in a huge way, so know that this is a clone of me standing up here right now. We left Jaipur on a bus, and by the time we landed in Nashville, it was about 43 hours later, I think. So it was 43 hours of pure travel. I don't tell people about that before they go.
I heard the word brutal.
Brutal, epic. But I did ask as we were arriving, as we were in, I think we were in Newark. I don't know. We could have been in Seattle for all I know. I think I asked when we were in Newark, despite this epic day of travel, 2 days of travel, was it worth it? Without hesitation, absolutely yes. So you'll be hearing a lot more about that. So for meditation today, let's just keep it simple. And let's start our day the way thousands and thousands of Indian school children start their day every day. 7 times. just be still. Om Sachitananda, Parabrahma Purushottama, Paramatma, Sri Bhagavati Samhita, Sri Bhagavate Namaha. Om. Truth, consciousness, bliss. The God of all the universe, the God that came down to earth to be with us, the God that dwells within us. Divine Mother, together with Sacred Father, we bow to you. And so it is. All right, I'm just going to lean on this for the next 20 minutes. Okay? No, I'm good. I'm good. If I have a stool, I will fall asleep. It's a tired like I cannot describe. It is a tired like I cannot describe. And for those of you who don't know, we took 9 people, 2 of whom are not regular Many Paths folks, but they promised they're coming one of these days because they became family, Anne-Marie and Elise, and 7 Many Paths folks with us, including Jackson and Kelly and Steph and Tim and Donna and who else? Nikki. Oh, my wife. Yeah. Oh, yeah, her. Oh, I'm in trouble now. Okay. And about half of that crew is home in bed right now. The other half is going to come help prop me up in just a little bit. Donna. Did I say Donna? Did I say Donna? Okay, Donna. Donna Williams. Donna Williams. So we had the youngest person with us was 19. The oldest person with us was 82. And we had trouble keeping up with the 82-year-old most of the time. So she was a real trooper because we walked a lot. There were days we did, 13,000 steps, 14,000, yeah. So anyway, we're here. We want to tell you all about it. We wish we took you kind of with us in our pocket. We're so glad to be home. You were missed. Every single one of you were missed. If you're here for the first time, we missed you. We don't know you, but we missed you. We love you. And it was a great, great experience. It's hard to describe what it is about the experience that was so magical and mystical. For me, it's just India. It's that way every time I go. But I often think, is it just me? Is it just, how certain places you'll go really speak to your heart, like I lived a life here before or something. So sometimes I think India is just special for me in that kind of way, and maybe other people won't get it. But I think I learned that was not the case, that it was just magical for every single person. We'll be talking about our guide, JD, and it feels strange to call him our guide. He's more like a brother and has become family. He's already my family. I think he's become family to everyone else. And he even said, everywhere we've gone but you guys brought good energy with you because even the Taj Mahal wasn't busy, right? We hit the sweet spot on just about everything. So let's spend some time. And at a certain point, I'll call up, what's your name? Kelly. And Jackson. Steph's out there with the kids. She was going to come in here, but she's got 782 children out there today, so she's going to stay out there, but we're going to talk a little bit about what we know is on her heart, too. So let me just start showing you some pictures. Oh, yeah. This is day 1 in Delhi. Old Delhi, fresh-faced. Somewhere this at the bottom middle, that's our before picture. We did not take an after picture. We were threatened within our lives to not take an after picture. But that's how we were at is that at Newark? Newark, okay. That's at the Newark airport. We're all getting ready to go, fresh-faced. We get there, we fly for 16 hours. For some reason, the flight going over doesn't take as long as the flight coming back. Headwinds, tailwinds, something like that. But at any rate, so we get over there, we're excited, and we sleep because we arrive at 11 o'clock at night. We get up the next morning, and the first thing we do is a rickshaw ride through Old Delhi. And so those are some of our folks. That's some of the people. Sometimes we just randomly take pictures of people who are incredibly interesting. Old Delhi is just like this very thin lane of shops through which go pedestrians and rickshaws and motorcycles and cars and little I have no words. Little carriages, people carrying stuff on their head. Down here on the bottom left, the traffic. I know if Tim had been here today, he wanted to talk about the traffic. I know Ken's been there before. For those of you who've been to India before, there's no way to describe the traffic. If a road has lines on it, they are mere suggestions. They do not mean anything. In the United States, if someone honks at you, it has a very specific meaning, right? It starts with an F, I believe. In India, they have written on the back of the trucks, honk please, because honking is a way of communicating. Nobody gets mad about a honk. You're saying, I'm behind you, coming up on your left, honk, honk, right? So the traffic is it reminds me of a beehive, the way this ancient culture has learned to just move with each other, right? And nobody gets mad. Did we see an accident? Nope, didn't see an accident. The entire time we were there, I know they happen, but nonetheless, we didn't see an accident because people and nobody gets angry. Let me tell you something. If we were in the United States driving the way our bus driver, we could have had a collection of birds so large, it would have been a flock. We would have had a flock of being flipped off there. So here we are, one of the places that we go. You'll see down here, I love this picture down here. We were going into the Sikh temple, and so we had to take off our shoes, and we were barefooted, and someone said, I don't know, maybe it was me. It could have been me. Someone said, let's just go ahead and put our feet in here and take a picture. There was something about those bare feet that was just like, we're in this together. And certainly there was a bonding between the people who went on this trip that is, you travel together like this, your family, right? And what I'm going to say at this point, if at any point, there might be points where I call on you, Kelly, or call on you, Jackson, but if there's at any moment that you want to jump in and say something, feel free. Just, come up and grab this out of my hand and tell me that I'm no longer speaking English. Okay, great, yeah. If I throw up a white flag like this, yeah. You can see in this picture up here, this is everyone on the trip on the left. Anne-Marie and Elise are on the left, the two you won't recognize. Of course, Kelly and Donna and Jackson and Nikki and Tim and Steph and me. And then that's our brother, JD, our guide, JD Singh Rathore, who has been the guide I've used every single time I've gone over there. The last place we stay in Jaipur is his family home that has been turned into the most amazing Airbnb. I can't even describe it to you. It's a place, if I'm ever missing, look for me at Ikaki Niwas in Jaipur, India. But JD, of course, there were some women on our trip who were very happy to look at him for 9 days straight. Yeah. Yeah. Not me, no. It wasn't Kelly, Jason. It wasn't Kelly, not at all. But actually, I think even Tim was saying, he's a good-looking man. Right? Like a TV person, yeah. He's very, yeah. And he's funny, and he's just amazing. He's kind, and he's makes connections with people, and I don't know how he would do it otherwise. He met us at the airport, and he was with us the entire time. So this is down in the middle, in the center, is the place where Gandhi was assassinated. You can see these kind of footsteps in concrete leading up to it. They go all the way from the house where he was, and these are the final steps of the Mahatma Gandhi. He was heading to a prayer meeting in the garden, and at that very spot is where he was killed. He was killed by a Hindu nationalist. This was shortly after independence and the partition. So in the history of India, they gained independence in 1947. Gandhi's considered the father of the nation. His face is on every single denomination of bill in India. And then the partition happened, and Pakistan was formed out of northwest India to create a Muslim country. And India wanted to remain a secular democracy, even though it's primarily Hindu, but it's a secular democracy. But it was Hindu nationalists. Now, Hindu nationalists are just like, maybe you've heard of Christian nationalists in our own country, right? That kind of hardline religious, wanting a pure religious identity and very patriotic and nationalist. We're not the only ones who have that kind of struggle. And so in India, same kind of thing. They thought that Gandhi was being too appeasing to the Muslims, too appeasing to others who were not Hindu. And so he was literally killed by someone who you might say from his own side, if you will. But it's just amazing to walk through the Gandhi Memorial and the Gandhi Museum and to see where he spent his last days. We walk into the room where he slept and see all the few belongings that he had. Is this a video? I believe it is. Run that. This is in the chapati. And so this is a temple where they feed 5,000 people every day, every single day, for free. I mean, there's no, it's just, in the Sikh tradition, one of the traditions is we serve others. And there's this is called the langar, the food hall in the Sikh tradition. And it goes back for hundreds and hundreds of years, where if you show up at a Sikh temple, you will get fed, period. And so everyone, and we stood back there, some of our crew got to even kind of make some chapati, help roll it out. We got to walk through the kitchen and see this whole experience happen. Yeah. Something. There we go. There we go. There's another picture of the kitchen up there. Was that the best Indian food you've ever had in your life? Oh my gosh. This is the most commercial thing I'm going to say today. If you ever find, where was that? Agra? Delhi? If you ever find yourself in Delhi, go to Pindi Restaurant and Bar. That's all I got to tell you. That was the best meal I have ever had. Oh my God. Yeah, you got to go there. So yeah, we have monkeys. Most people are like, Nikki was very afraid about the monkeys. The monkeys do not bother you if you don't bother them. If you'll notice, this up here is right in the center. This is in Agra. And right in the center, in the roundabout there, those are the hands of Krishna playing his little flute. One of the things about India is that it is a secular nation, and yet Hinduism is everywhere. One of the cool things about Hinduism is that it's absolutely, you're immersed in it when you're over there. It's fully present everywhere you go. But it is the religion of no rules. There's no way to do it wrong, right? And so JD was telling me about a story, telling all of us a story about years and years ago, his mother, some Christian missionaries came to her house. And like a good Hindus are very, you have hospitality. You offer someone chai. You offer someone something to eat. You offer them a chair. You're extreme hospitality. And so she invited them in and gave them chai, and gave them something to eat. And they started telling her all about Jesus. And she said, oh, this is wonderful. Tell me all the stories. Yeah, I love this. Tell me all the stories. So they started telling her all the stories of Jesus. This is great. And then she started telling them a story of Krishna. And they were appalled. And they said, no, we can't hear that. We can't hear. Well, why can't you hear? You told me your stories. Now I'm going to tell you my stories, the stories that I've heard all my life growing up. Oh, they got very, very offended and stood up and left. And it's very much the difference here. I mean, every Hindu I've met is very open to Jesus, very open to the stories of Jesus, but they've got others of their own. And so it's a very open, welcoming, anybody. In one way, it's kind of like you're a Hindu if you're born there, but at the same time, anybody can be a Hindu. At one point, Tim said, I think I might be Hindu. I'm not sure. I call him the reluctant Hindu. And then we got to the Taj Mahal, which was an amazing experience. I've got a couple of slides coming up that are specific to the two of you, but at some point, step in here. The Taj Mahal, this is all marble, and if you can see in the closer up pictures, those are not colored on the marble. Those are embedded gemstones, like malachite and carnelian and jasper, that have been hand carved out a spot. And as a matter of fact, Kelly, you've got a Buddha. Bring that forward here. Kelly bought a Buddha there that is made from the exact same techniques that were used to make the Taj Mahal. And we watched the guys who were making it, and the family so a lot of the artists and a lot of the crafts from, so these are inlaid stones here in a pure block of marble. And the family that has this technique, all these crafts are passed down by family. So it's the same descendants of the same people who built the Taj Mahal who are making this stuff today. So Kelly has basically a Taj Mahal Buddha here. So, and it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. What's that? Envy's a sin? Envy's a sin? Yeah. And the Taj Mahal, of course, is a place that is just hard to describe. It's like the Grand Canyon. You can't describe the Grand Canyon to somebody. They have to stand on the rim of it. You can't describe the Taj Mahal. Everything in there is completely symmetrical. The way they built it, the age in which they built it, the detail work is unbelievable, what they've accomplished. And all of that is a tomb. It's a mausoleum. It's a tomb to his favorite wife, right? The king's favorite wife. So, of course, we made lots of good connections along the way, and learn. Isn't that a great picture of Steph and Tim and Jackson up there? Yeah. So much of if you look compared right here, there's things that are carved out of sandstone and things that are carved out of marble with the inlay. Those are the two primary kinds of artwork that you'll see around there. Doors in India are amazing. I don't know what it is about doors in India, but they're fantastic. So there we go. This is what two things I want to stop here, and then I want to let Jackson come up here and talk. Up here on the left, these are the guys who are still the descendants of the folks who made the Taj Mahal. And if you can see, this guy on the closest to me, who's glaring at me, actually he was smiled at me really big right after that. He's got a very sharp chisel. Sometimes they have diamond edge on because diamond is the hardest thing. And he is by hand chiseling out the places in the marble where the stonework will lay. They put an orange color on top of it so that he can see where he's carving out. And then some of these guys over here are taking the stones and shaping them. Now, the wheels that they have, you'll notice they've got these bamboo sticks on them. They're all moved by hand. Those bamboo sticks are on a cord around there, and they move that back and forth, and it moves the wheel that has the grindstone, right? All done by hand. So I want to talk about this day for just a second, and I'm going to ask Jackson to come up and say whatever he wants to say. This is a step well. This is an ancient place where they would collect water, and however high the water was, that's how far you would walk down the steps to get to the water. But there at the step well, there was a temple to the goddess of happiness, Harshad Mata. And so we went over to this temple. I honestly had never been to that temple before, even though I've been to that stepwell. It's my 4th time now. And JD said, "You want to go over to the temple?" And we were all like, "Yeah, that's why we're here, dude." So we go to the temple. So we went over to this temple, and you can see the bottom left there. It's this old stone temple, and there's a priest there. And you go up and you offer your devotion. Fold your hands, bow. And the priest gave us a red dot and gave us these cords. Now, these strings, JD had probably 4 or 5 of them on his arm. We asked at the very beginning, what are those strings for? Any kind of ritual or moment that you participate in, a priest can put one of these around your wrist. We have some here. If you wish afterwards, I'm happy to tie one on your wrist. This is still from that temple. I've taken several showers, and it's still with me, and it'll just hang on there. But you might not be able to see it down on the very bottom. This bottom left is my favorite picture of the entire experience. And I wish I'd gotten what happened right before that. The picture is Jackson walking away from the priest. But what had happened right before that was Jackson putting his hands together and bowing and showing his reverence and devotion, and the priest putting a dot on his forehead and tying this on him. And in that moment, watching Jackson do that, my little minister's heart did a little flip-flop, and I felt like this is something special. So Jackson, I'm going to stop talking. I want you to come forward and just tell us whatever you want to tell us about what this trip meant to you.
So, I mean, I don't know what to really say about it. A lot of my buddies were like, "Why are you going to India?" And I was like, that's a good question. Because my mom gave me the opportunity to, and I didn't have to pay for it. So I was like, okay, yeah, why not? So I got a little bit of an idea of what to expect. And then when I got there, I was like, oh, yeah, this is completely not what I was expecting. But it was just truly amazing. Everybody just is happy. Everybody's just happy to be there. Everybody who lives there, it's just oneness. Nobody's missing anything. It was just incredible, and I did get a tattoo. I got a tattoo in Pushkar with Kelly. That's mine. Yeah, that's not my tattoo, but I did get one as well. It's healing. It's gonna look a lot better next week, so I'll show everybody. But yeah, it was just truly incredible, and all the things that I wanted to do while I was there, like a little bucket list, I ended up doing a lot of it with Kelly. So we had a lot of fun. We were running around, and it was just incredible, though. There's really no way to put it. I'm not great at putting stuff into words, but I just really can't. You just can't put this into words. You just have to go there to truly just experience how it is. And it's a beautiful country. We were around a lot of mountains. I love mountains, and we ended up going into them and just seeing the sheer size of these cities just from above, and just how they're built and just how everything flows and the sounds of them. It's truly amazing. It's beautiful. And all the temples and all of the archaeological stuff, and everything is super old, and it's just but it's all beautiful, and it's all in very, very good shape, and it's lasted hundreds and hundreds of years, and it's right, some of the stuff thousands, yeah, and it's just amazing, like truly incredible. And like yeah, well, I need a little bit. I'm a little bit stuffy right now, and I don't think the air quality there is not necessarily the best, but I just need. I'm happy to be home for now. I need to make some money. I spent a lot of it, so. But anyways, yeah, it was great. Anyways.
It was just super good to have Jackson on the trip, and yeah, this was in Pushkar, and Jackson and Kelly went off and got tattoos. We had well, I might let her tell you the story, but I will let you tell her the story. You want to come on up? Come on up, Kelly. Come up and do your thing, honey. Yeah, whatever you're coming up to. Oh yeah, she's going to bring you her rug that she got. Kelly did some shopping. We all did some shopping.
How about it? All right. Well, I mean, you go to India. What are you going to do, right? You got to bring stuff back if you're going to India. So let me start with this outfit that I'm wearing. If there's a possibility that JD and his family are watching this live stream, maybe? No one, you doubt it, but he may watch it later.
They might.
Devika, I'm sorry. This is completely wrong. This is not what you taught me. This is not how you drape a sari. It's close. It's close, but it ain't how you drape a sari. So the most important thing is there's nothing sticking out. Your belly's fine, but there's nothing else sticking out. So I'll start with let me start with where do you start?
I don't know. See? It's hard. It's hard, isn't it?
Okay. So yeah, okay, so the story of the tattoo was around the end of the trip, and I'm really glad that we waited until the end of the trip. I had a few goals going to India. One was to see a Jain monk, which I did. One was to, what was my other one, Jace? Do you remember? See a Jain monk, a tattoo, and I had another goal that I accomplished. But y'all, the jet lag is real. But the tattoo, the owl symbolizes where we stayed, which was a place called Ikaki Nas. Niwas. What?
Niwas.
Oh, sorry, JD.
That's okay.
Ikaki Niwas. It was this home in Jaipur that belonged to JD's family, and they turned it into this Airbnb, and it's the most beautiful, welcoming place. There's a park next door, so every morning, Jack and I would be up before anybody else, and we would get up first thing in the morning, and you would walk this park, and there would be this trail around the park. Well, normally when you're in America, what do you have on? Headphones. You're walking the park with headphones. To do that in India would be an absolute disservice. You miss the call to prayer. You miss the chanting. You miss the people who are doing laughing yoga as they're walking, like along the paths. There are so many sounds to India. I didn't wear headphones the entire time, and for me, that's saying something. Like, there are so many sounds to India that you just don't want to miss. So the tattoo, JD has two owls that live on his tree outside of his terrace. And there's a boy that works for him named Arvin. He's a man, he's not a boy. But there's a man that works for him named Arvin, and every morning when we would get up, Arvin would point out the owls. Owl. You point out the owl. And we would see the owl, and the owl would be there in the tree. So that's what the owl symbolizes. There are 3 flowers that are near the bottom. That is the symbol of the farm that we went to. There's also a farm called Ikaki. And we went to the farm. So that symbolizes the farm too. So Pushkar. Pushkar happened around the end of the trip. Pushkar is a hippie town. Okay? You go to Pushkar, that's where the hippies go. So as soon as we got to Pushkar, we were all so excited because there were markets, and I knew I wanted to get my tattoo there, and we were just all excited. So we all kind of broke off into our little groups. Well, Jack and I broke off, and we walked past this one tattoo parlor, and it was closed, and we walked past this other one, and it was called Vintage Tattoo. And we walked in, and the first thing we asked was to see their equipment to make sure that they have the same safety standards that they do in the U.S. They absolutely do. They have sanitizers. Everything's clean. Here's the thing about India, guys. It is clean. It is a dirty country, but they take pride in their kitchens, and they take pride in their homes and their bathrooms. We did not see what you would expect to see. The reason why there is so much trash in India is because, think about it, when you clean out your house, what do you do with your trash? You take it out to the garbage, and it gets collected. What if there's nobody to collect your trash? What if there's no landfill? What are you going to do with it? You're not going to leave it in your home. You're going to put it outside. You're going to put it where you can, because there's no trash pickup in India. It just, I mean, there are in some neighborhoods, like in the more modern neighborhoods, but in some of the rural areas, there's no trash pickup. But I'll tell you what, we walked into bathrooms in the middle of rest stations in the middle of nowhere, and they were cleaner than my bathroom at home. They really were. Well, I'm just saying. As clean as. I'm just saying. As clean as my bathroom at home. So we checked and made sure that the facility was clean. It was clean. The man that did our tattoos, his name was Ali. He's from Yemen. He is former military, right? He was former military, former MMA fighter. He was an absolute riot. He specializes in fine line work. And when I told him what I wanted, he was very excited and was willing to do it. So while we were getting tattooed, we shared music. So he played some of his music for us. We played some of our music for him. They went to the corner store and got us some chai tea. So we sat, we had chai tea, we talked about culture, we shared music, we showed off tattoos, and we just had that experience. And it was really, really cool. Yeah, it was very, very cool. So it was a really cool experience. Yeah. Pushkar was very noisy. There was music all night because it is a hippie town. It's a little bit of a party town. Yeah, all night. And, there are more stories. Amy, gotcha, girl. And the other thing I wanted to show, can I show them the rug? Sure. So another thing I wanted to show you guys was the rug that I got. When we went to Jaipur, the same place that I got the sari, they do textiles and they do rugs. And what they do with the rugs are all natural materials. So this is a small rug. They were trying to sell us very, very big rugs, thinking that we were Americans and we all had big houses, which we don't, which I had to explain to him that I did not. But this is a natural rug, and you can kind of look at it. It doesn't have plastic backing like most rugs do because it's all natural materials. So what they do is they lease out to families, and these families take these materials and they make these rugs with looms, and these have hundreds and thousands of all hand knotted. So these have hundreds and thousands of knots in it. So they make these knots and they bring them back to the factory. Well, when they get them back to the factory, how do you know this is real? How do you know that the family didn't take the material and replace it with cheaper material and make a rug and replace it? They burn it. They kind of take some of the rug and they burn it, because if you burn plastic, it catches on fire. Natural material does not, and it smells like burning hair. So that's how you know that your rug is genuine. So I guess to sum it up, American food tastes real weird. I went for barbecue last night, which was like the one thing I was craving. It tasted strange. Meat tastes really strange. I didn't eat meat for 2 weeks. My car is real mad at me, babe. Like, I started my car this morning, all my windows rolled down, my check engine light's on, my radio keeps coming on and off like every 15 seconds. Like, my car is mad at me. I've drank probably a gallon of Milo sweet tea because all I had was chai in India. So it was a wonderful trip. I think the main thing I take away from it is just that, you know, for people who we think have so little, they have so much.
Yeah.
They have so much. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing about those rugs is that every family, every single one of the patterns is still passed down by memory. They're not written down. They're passed down by memory through a family. So there's one family that owns that pattern, and they do that pattern. That's the only pattern they do, right? This is a little bit of monkey action for you. Can you hit go on that? So the monkeys are pretty ubiquitous, pretty much everywhere. People will warn you about mean monkeys in India. They never got close to us. I mean, it's really not a scary thing at all, but they're a joy for us to see, certainly. I want to jump through some of these. These are just some other places. This is my reluctant Hindu picture right down here. Parrots fly free in the air. That's a great little group shot over there at the step well. I think, no, that wasn't at the step well, but it's somewhere.
That was up in the reservoir.
Yeah, the reservoir. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Up in. We did ride elephants. So there's all of us on elephants. We had our ethical issues with that. One time I went, I didn't ride the elephants. I was like, no. And then JD was like, but they're really well treated. I said, I don't care. They're not with their family. You know, I'm doing this whole thing. And then I've tried to just kind of work through that on my own. Some of the folks who went with us also had those kinds of issues, but we decided that we were going to give them Reiki on the way up, and it would be fine. So yeah, this is a kitsch thing at this point. Is the little basket with that is a real cobra, by the way. Jackson sat down right next to it, and the guy played his little whatever. You touched it, right? Yeah, touched the back of the cobra. And so, but when he's done, he just pops that lid back on that box and puts it in the bag and walks off like, I got my cobra, have cobra will travel. There's Steph at a hair salon. The one at the top middle there is just an indication of the fact that in India, a temple is wherever you make it. Wherever, every little nook and cranny, every little hole, there's a god or a goddess there, and there's a temple. There we did see some camels, goats, lots of cows, lots of fancy doors. This is a good little, shows you what it's like shopping in Pushkar with the cows. You just get used to just kind of walking, but there's Nikki there, who's, yeah, the cows. Sometimes you just have to push them out of the way because they're in front of the store you want to get into. And there comes a motorcycle. Oh, yeah. And, yeah, it's quite an experience. I kept saying, Nikki, do you have to walk in the middle of this road? So I want to talk about this a little bit. There's, of course, lots of street dogs of India. And then there's some of the ways, there's the tuk-tuks and street food and all kinds of stuff. But we're starting to get into some of the pictures of the school children. And so we went to this rural village where JD's farm is. The village is called Jinja, Jinjha, Jinja. And we happened upon these school children. Now, this is what's so hilarious. Only I think it was like 5th through 8th grade was in session. The younger kids were kept home because it was too cold. It was probably 58 degrees, my friends. But it was too cold, so they left the little ones home. But they started their day, first off, with lots of chanting. They're all lined up very neatly in rows. They're paying attention. We started to think it might be the impact of less screen time. I don't know. They're all in their rows. And then they start to, they do their chanting, and then they do their yoga. They do their sun salutes together. You can see them all doing their sun salutes. And then they sit down and they put their fingers into a mudra and they chant Om. That young woman up there at the left, she was the leader, the class leader chanting Om. This whole process, and it was all designed around focus, right? Let's chant, let's do our sun salutes, let's sit down and chant Om and then meditate. And they just sat there in silence for a while. And that was the way they start every school day. And so Steph wanted to be in here to talk about that. This was a day that was so special. They found out that Tim was a guitar player, and they said, we have a guitar and no one here knows how to play it. So they brought the guitar out, and Tim had to tune it, which I think was an act of God to tune that thing, probably, right? And so it was a situation. Tim and Nikki both sang. Tim played the guitar. Jackson was wishing for his bass, I know. And so we shared some songs with them. They shared some songs with us. And it was just absolutely a beautiful time. And then, of course, some of us here there's Steph getting her hair done by some of the schoolgirls, and some of us just sharing this time. There's something about the children when you connect with the children. And you also see in them the same understanding of oneness. If there's one thing we kept hearing about from all of the Hindu experiences that we had, from JD, from all the voices we heard, the priests, the children, we kept hearing oneness. We kept hearing about energy. We're all just energy. Boy, this is good energy, right? Even those children, they start talking the language of energy from childhood. And you can kind of sense the peace on them, right? This is walking through the village. There's another picture of JD, just for your benefit. Some of the women in the village, the cows, the buffaloes, the water buffaloes. And so that's this is on the farm. When JD built his farm out there, the very first building that he built was the temple. That's the way you do it in India, right? Before you start plowing the fields, before you start building the house, you build the temple, and then you start from there. So that's his temple over there. There's a little beautiful baby right there. Jackson participating in a cooking demonstration. So there's one more little, because we can't get enough cows in our lives. Yes. And so shopping cows are kind of our thing these days. Yeah, right? There's the baby. Little baby. Oh, there's a big one. Coming along. That one pushed right by me as I was doing a video. Yes. So this is pretty much the guy on the top right. I'm going to get a big picture blown up. That was a guy meditating under a banyan tree. I'm going to get it blown up into poster size. I'm going to call it Many Paths Jesus and put it on the wall. Because that's what he looked like. Tim and JD found out that they have the same birthday, August 11th, and so from then on, they were Leo birthday brothers, right? And so, yeah, so we had us a big old time. So that's the group there in front of the Taj Mahal, all 10 of us with JD, and I just want to spend just one more minute to say that although this is not a typical service, generally speaking, we would try to do something that would be spiritually uplifting and you take home with you. But if you can take home the fact that in a world that's a little bit crazy right now, in a world that's a little bit uncertain, and it's uncertain everywhere, that a group of weary travelers went to the other side of the planet and they found people who were willing to say, let's be one, right? We are one. And their world is a little crazy right now, too. You know, it's not just an American thing. The whole world is a little crazy right now. And so they get that, and they are a little nervous about some of the same things that we might be nervous about. But that there was this one thing that continues to ring true. And that is when people connect with each other, when people make room for oneness with each other, that the one thing we have is hope, right? That creates a kind of hope, a sense of deep connectedness that cannot be replaced. And I think of all the things that we got from traveling to India, we got that. We got that sense of hope and that idea of oneness from one another. We wish we could have taken all of you with us. I have some string So if you want afterwards for me to put a little string around your wrist because we chanted Om together this morning, or because you endured our slideshow, one or the other, whatever it means, I'm happy to do that. Kelly's got sandalwood if you want some on your forehead. I think she got most of you. But otherwise, we're happy to be home. We promise to be back to normal next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a spiritual community that we so deeply wanted to come home to. We love you all, and namaste. I'm going to turn it over. Where I am. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're still in our series on Shiva. And so we'll be talking about that next week, and we'll be talking about some of the balance that Shiva is designed to bring, and some of the ways that Shiva energy helps us to get clean and clear so that we can move forward. That's what we're going to be talking about next week. Maybe, unless I change my mind. All right, thank you all very much.
Oh, imagine doing that at a mega church. I don't know what that would work. Talking about a family environment, we are truly a family. That's for sure. We are one big happy spiritual community, and we love it. We love that about ourselves. Thank you all for coming today. Thank you for spending, giving us some of your energy. We will take that and take it out into the world. We will grow from it, and then we'll come back next week and share also a more proper, typical service, right? Proper, typical service. Coming up on Black History Month. We've got some cool things coming up for Black History Month. Want to remind everybody to check the What's Happening newsletter that comes out on Tuesdays in your email. Do want to remind everybody about okay, anyway. So if Happy Class Tuesday is back in session. I know you're going to get your happy groove on with Miss Steph. Also, we have our check-in for our Winter Feast for the Soul. If you were not able to attend that last week, it was a beautiful ceremony to start off this Winter Feast for the Soul, which is basically you choosing something that you want to enhance your spiritual walk with. I've chosen a book of meditations that I can do for the 40-day period, but we're just going to have a quick check-in weekly about that, probably 30, 45 minutes, where we get to share how we are walking our spiritual path every day, and how and listening to others and supporting others, and doing a little meditation kind of midweek for that. So that'll be the link for the Zoom. That's on Zoom. That'll be in your What's Happening, and you'll see it on our Facebook also if you want to join us for the little midweek pickup, Zoom pickup for that. So bunch of stuff coming up. We hope to see you here for those. Thank you so much for your Astro chat last Sunday. I think we had 17 people here. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Also remind you that there's a blue vase there in the back for your paper donations, and a QR code for PayPal. Your donations are greatly appreciated for us to keep things going, not only on a week-to-week basis, but as an investment in this community for all of the things that we are hoping to do for the coming year. So thank you so much for being a part of that. And if there's nothing else, let's stand up and let's do our closing prayer and sing out. Daphne, will you lead us?
All right, everyone. May I stay true to the path that leads me to the light that is mine to shine. May my light provide help and kindness to others on their journey. May I bring peace to every situation, comfort to the grieving, and love to all beings. May my heart remain centered on what is sacred to my soul, and so it is.
I live in the midst of infinite abundance. I give freely and fearlessly to life. I live in the midst of infinite abundance. much, everybody.